Hey you guys, this is my 200th Wartune video for DolyGames, and so in celebration of that, I decided to do a top 5 compilation of my best Battleground fights, and by best I mean I went through all my Battleground fights, and I decided which 5 I liked the most. So here at number 5, a fight with Kavla, and it's a Hercules versus Cerberus. Of course, a really high stakes fight because of this. I'm sure I didn't have fire resistance on at the time, and so that probably made up for some of the difference between Kavla and my BR. Probably between, the time that this video was made and now, Kavla has caught up to me quite a bit, but once upon a time, I think I had a pretty big advantage on her, but you really can't tell in this video. Of course, this hurt Cerberus really hurting me. Get a heal, into Sylph mode, and get that Guardian rune out. One thing I really try to show with all of my videos, especially the PvP ones, is even though, of course, cashing in this game is always going to win in general, the difference between cashing a bunch of money into the game and not cashing at all is very, very large. But at the same time, when it comes to people who, cash a lot or cash, insane amounts, the difference between a lot of them can be gameplay, and so being able to play well, get your double hits out, time your runes well, make good choices about what you're doing with your tune are still really important, and I hope that overall my videos can show that. There, dropping in a double hit before she can get the Centauria out. Not that the Centauria would have helped her that much, but it was a nice hit and a really fun high stakes fight. Here at number 4 against Enchantress, this is probably my most recent fight out of the 5 that I picked, getting the Chaos rune out very soon. But my AoE actually still goes through. Both of us with mage kids have Panda help me out with a heal since I'm going to, partially kill him because of the Chaos. Of course, Odin's becoming ever more present. People are picking them up more and more as big rewards for recharges come out. Tons of advanced Mahra and advanced Sepulchrum coming out through the recharges. People are more and more incentivized to go ahead and pay those huge costs to get the Odin, and some of them, in some cases, Frigga. And I mean, for me, I still haven't made that step. I have been really considering, once Fire and Electro comes out, to find a good opportunity to maybe make one of those. We'll definitely see in the future what I decide, but at least for now, I'm not making a merge Sylph. And so yeah, making good choices about resistances and pulling through with strong gameplay becoming even more important. There with an AoE wiping out the kid, so I don't have to deal with those pesky heals anymore. But Enchantress does have 2 healing strikes with her Odin, that one Delphic, and then also Devour Soul. My resistances are probably pretty good here, but not amazing. Probably very good crystals. Once she's out of Sylph mode, I'm dealing more. And so I was hoping to deal some more damage here. Deal a good bit, but of course she gets the stun and makes it hard for me to pull that off. Here comes the Delphic. I'm not a huge fan of EDD for knights, for PvE or for PvP. I know so many of them use it. It is a really huge attack as far as just sheer power, but it's really, really slow and high cost, so maybe just as a mage, I'm not a huge fan of it. Again, I guess Thunder is sort of high cost and sort of slow, but it has a really nice cooldown on it. Go for the stun. This allows me to catch up my awakening points and heal without having to worry about her chaos. So that's a good strategy for mages if you're fighting somebody who has a chaos rune. That's usually knights because archers often bring heal and guardian like we do. But to try and give them, a stun or do something to get in the way of them throwing the chaos rune before you go ahead and do your heals. She gets another stun on me and is into Sylph mode. Probably going to do some stuff to try and heal. Or I guess not. She goes for the damage reduction. I go for a heal. Go for a stun. Doesn't work. But into Sylph mode, go for a heal. She gets her heal rune out too. Devour Soul. I think I maybe did that Devour Soul a little early, but that's okay. Go for Devil's Gaze. Get that in before she tries and heals with this. She goes for the hammer. This really big Delphic. I throw my Guardian Rune. My Guardian Rune fails for whatever reason because Wartune is just annoying sometimes. I'm very lucky that that Delphic didn't crit. So I heal a bit with Devour Soul. And I managed to get this Death's Harvest out. Had she gotten that shield out, you know, those bubbles can really absorb a ton of damage, and I would have been in a lot more trouble. Up in number 3 is another high stakes fight with Hercules against Killbot this time. Of course, it's a different story when I fight, you know, as a mage against knights. So against Kavla, she was also able to heal a bit, but knights have that disadvantage of really not being able to get a lot of heals in the long term. Mages are a great class for long-term fights. They can be very, very frustrating. The longer the fight goes, the more trouble the other classes are in. So here, you know, Killbot already going for the Delphic, gets into Sylph mode much earlier than I do. Me, I get my Guardian Rune out late, but here the beauty of mages, getting in a Restore, that also reduces the amount of damage I take. Get the Centauria, and I'm surprised I didn't go for Sylph mode, but I probably, back then, not sure what I had in mind, but I had something in mind. Maybe trying to wait it out, slow him with Thunder, and then try and get another heal with the Rune out. They're a block, a little bit lucky, but very helpful. I think I get a lot of nice dodges in this, which is interesting. He goes for the Amnesia. That's a bit bad for me, but I get a heal Rune out. That's one turn on the Amnesia gone. Then this Flash Storm. Back then I don't think that Death warrant stun, so I didn't have to worry about that type of stuff. Gotta wait one turn with an auto attack. And then immediately go for the MDef reduction. His heal Rune is out. The MDef reduction shock chain actually deals quite a bit of damage as well. Then going for the Delphic. And he dodges. Can't make it that easy, can ya? Thunderstrike. I'm out of Awakening. Get out. And Guardian Rune ASAP. Guardian Rune again late. I'm at 16k health. He goes for Amnesia. And it just barely doesn't do enough. Luckily the Amnesia wasn't soon enough to block my ability to get that heal Rune out. Not heal Rune, sorry, Restore. Got a nice big crit heal. And then finish him off with a Thunder. That fight pretty laggy. Obviously, it was back when I was playing on my Mac, and I don't know, it must have been a bad internet day. But anyway, the fight itself was pretty fun, though. Here, at number 2 is against Trinity. This is Dark versus Dark, so of course it's a longer fight, but really has some nice moments as well. There's Christy saying hi to me during that. Someone who's played a long while who I like to chat with, and so yeah, you guys should definitely find me on Facebook if you have any questions or just want to get a piece of me, pick at my mind. Go ahead and find me there. It should be facebook.com /nerdypanda. And here, Trinity going for pretty typical knight stuff, trying to get a shield and probably into Sylph mode, but I get a stun out. During various periods of my time playing Wartune, I am more stubborn about going into Awakening mode than others. Looks like here I was waiting for her to take the lead and go into Sylph mode first, which she does here. There I see the Chaos Rune, so I don't really have the option to heal and go into Sylph mode, which is something that I generally like to do. Oh, and she's dealing quite a bit of damage, 260k crit. So either my physical defense, dark resistance, or something is not doing great here. Looks like I'm not dealing amazing damage to her, and she seems to have quite a bit of HP compared to me. So within Sylph mode, I definitely look to be at the disadvantage. Here she goes for the Delphic. That's not good for me. No runes at the moment that I can use. Go after the Devour Soul, but that doesn't really do anything. She's out of Sylph mode finally. Oh, actually. Gets that one last hit in. I am bleeding to death pretty much. Guardian Rune out, 21k health. And she goes for this long skill in EDD, which is not to her advantage. I end up getting an Ice Bolt out really quickly and stunning her. So I'm able to wait out this Chaos Rune and get the heal out. 815k crit heal. Crit heals being the mage's best friend alongside a Guardian Rune. And here probably noticing that I am at a much bigger advantage when I'm outside of Sylph mode. So I end up not going back into Sylph mode because I'm dealing much more damage as my mage with magical attack. Going for another stun. There, a nice little illusion helping me out. Stun her. Stun's really in my favor in this fight. And between that, the luck of the stuns, and realizing that I should stay in class mode and just deal magical damage, managed to finish her off. So back from the brink of death. That's a very fun fight. So here in number 1 is this fight against Cypress. This video is actually from my personal channel, which I don't really post to anymore. I do everything for the DolyGames channel now, but this is sort of an excuse to get this footage onto the DolyGames channel because it truly is one of my favorite fights that I've ever had, and it's a Battleground fight. It's against my buddy Cypress. I'm very friendly with the actual owner of the tune, but that's more recent. For the longest time, I've been good friends with Darkhawk Mage, who is his pilot, and somebody who I respect a lot, but also am very competitive with, and I like to try and beat him on a regular basis. And so he's here playing Cypress. Did a nice job with that Chaos Rune at the beginning, and I'm trying to get in a heal and get into Sylph mode. In this case, I think I end up leading into Sylph mode, probably after I get that heal rune out. Yep. Lightning. Heal. Oh, I guess I go for another heal. Go for the restore first. But I would say there are other videos similar to this that I've recorded and shared, but this is one of my fondest memories. I do really like the social aspect of Wartune. I've got to know a lot, through the channel, through, just all the cross-server things on Facebook, and people visiting me on the server, and just chatting in BG and in Arena and things. I've met a lot of fun, really nice people, and I have a really good time competing against them. And so even though there's sometimes some competitive rivalry, these are people who I generally think are overall very good-natured and fun people to fight and get to know. And so for me, this is sort of culmination of all this, fighting one of my best friends, and it's very competitive, very funny, and both just, look at that, the dodge not going my way. He ended up getting a restoration, but there he gets deflected. His health is really low, my health is really low. I crit him. He's dead, but I'm dead too. I get deflected. I end up losing the fight because of the deflect. And so yeah, I had one of those against Hot One recently, where it didn't go my way either. But at least for that one, it's just a really good memory for me. So that is my number 1 Battleground fight, and that's the top 5. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I definitely had a fun time kind of looking back at everything. And so here are a bunch of pictures about every 25 videos that I've done for DolyGames. Not quite every 25, but there, my first video for DolyGames, I was doing like some sort of trinket synthesis. I had 2 of the same trinket at the time, which I don't have anymore, by the way. But anyway, I was at 205k BR back then, and then about 25 videos ago, around my 175th video, I was at close to 3.6 million BR. So somewhere in between there, between my 125th video and 150th video, I gained like 2 million BR because of the kids, and then the kids' BR was inflated like crazy. So yeah, I mean, Wartune is a funny thing. Things have just grown to be a completely different game in a lot of ways, but all this time, you know, Battleground, then Sacred Fire Temple, and then Twilight Sands, I've had a lot of great fights and really enjoyed myself. So thank you guys so much for watching DolyGames and for continuing to enjoy my journey through the game. Let me know if you guys like these top 5 videos or compilations, if there's something else that you would like me to put together. It is a little bit of work, so I'll try and do it for something special again, but let me know, and thanks again, you guys. It's very humbling just how kind everybody has been and the support that we get, and so please like and subscribe and share and help us out any way that you can. We really appreciate all of it, Cosmos and myself and the whole DolyGames team. So thank you again. Take care, you guys, and have a very good day.